Let's talk about fucking non-penis in vagina sex.
Okay.
I mean, we just had my mate there, and he's obviously into BDSM and kink and all the
Yeah.
other shit. You inspired, and a couple of the girls that I'm seeing right now inspired a video on like sex. The penis going into the vagina, that's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta
that?
do it. Yep, but you gotta do it sideways so they can see. And you gotta do it more sensual, like that. Yeah, this video is getting demonetized now. And there's sometimes like two hands going. Sometimes one goes from the other side too.
Dude, I had one that big once. It was scary.
A hand or a...
No, like both. Like that.
Yeah, when it's too big.
And he
okay,
saw
so
my face and he was like, Are you surprised? And I
here
was
is
like,
the big
dude.
myth. Like a lot of guys are like, oh, I gotta have a big dick, and all women like big dicks. There's a certain size where girls just get freaked the fuck out, and it's not fun anymore. Yeah,
No, I
Even
have a
though the
tiny
guy's like,
vagina. Like you
same,
can't rail that
same.
shit with a big dick.
Same. Yeah, I have that issue too. Yeah, so I guess you and I have had a lot of conversations recently about like cuddling and shit, and like
Yeah.
people that don't want to cuddle after sex. And I've met a couple of people like that just want like the sex and nothing else. And like, I guess my question to you, there's a bunch of questions here. Like, how much of a turn on is like the foreplay shit? How much of a turn on is like a guy caring about you, empathizing? As we just saw, a guy calling you a good girl.
I'm gushing.
Don't say that on YouTube. Holy shit. Demonetized.
Mm,
She means metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
Like a gusher. You know those candies?
No,
Look it up. They're really tasty.
like squirting. Anyway.
Squirting ones. Right. Well, I'll give an example. So with Brazil guy, we still haven't really had sex. Like it went in, but my roommate could hear everything, so we didn't.
What do you mean? That's sex.
Yeah,
Do you know what sex is?
Yeah, but it went in.
You're
for
like the motherfucking
4 seconds.
Virgin Mary. It's like the dick was in there for God stuck the tip in for 4 seconds. I got pregnant. Jesus came out. Like it's immaculate conception. It's like you guys had sex. Just
Like-
a little bit went in.
His penis went in my vagina.
That's called sex.
It's sex, but we haven't like
Okay, well you haven't had good sex.
we
but
haven't
you've
had like
sex.
proper sex.
Yeah.
It went in and out like 3 times or something.
Don't shame my boy, okay?
Yeah, I'm not shaming him. No, anyway.
I know.
Point of story.
Yes.
Because we spent a lot of time doing other things because we knew we couldn't make noise. And Jesus Christ, this man. Like, he's so patient, for one. And my housemate literally said to me, she's like, girl, you're blue balling him. Get him done now. But anyways, not blue balling him. But the first time we hung out, we literally were just like lying in bed, talking. And I was a bit like, can I like hold your hand and can I like kiss you? And he was like, yeah. And then we're just like holding each other. And I told him a bunch of like really deep shit about my grief and whatever. Started crying and he just like held the shit out of me. And a while later, I asked him, I can't remember what I asked him specifically about his life or like something kind of deep. And he just like opened up and we're just holding each other and whoosh, like
You went
Metaphorically.
metaphorically whoosh.
metaphorically whoosh.
A certain part of your body metaphorically went whoosh.
Went whoosh, like real
A part
whoosh.
that only women have. Yeah.
Yeah, like super whoosh. And it's been like this with him ever since. Like we don't even like touch there or talk about sex. We just talk about some deep stuff and whoosh.
No,
and
okay,
it's confusing.
No. So I get this too. I call it a respect boner. When I'm talking to a woman and she tells me something that makes me really respect the shit out of her, like she's like, I had this really hard battle. So I had it with you. When you and I met the first time, because we went on a date before we decided to become friends. When you opened up about all of your shit, I had a respect boner. And so if a woman I'm dating achieves some big goal or something and I can see she's worked hard, I get turned on by that. Like straight up just like turned on. So and same as like vulnerability. If a girl really opens up about some wild shit, or I'm like, damn, that was courageous to open up about, like, same thing.
Like more than
I would say so, yeah.
more than with a really hot person.
Yeah. I
Just
agree.
from like that, because with said really hot person, it doesn't really happen like at all, because we just don't have that depth. And like in the beginning, I think we did a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying to guys all the time. It's one of the reasons why I say to guys all the time, like, open up, be vulnerable and shit. And I keep saying, I say this in so many videos. I'm like, if you open up, if you're vulnerable, if you're honest, all of that shit, like, the sex is better. And I've had some people say like, yeah, but like, why would I open up to a woman? It's like, because the sex is better. And a million other reasons too, but just if for nothing else than that.
Yeah, because it makes you feel safe.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes you feel held and seen. And
can we talk about safety? Because I think I did a video on this recently where I said safety is the one thing that most guys don't think about when it comes to sex because they don't need to. They might do some things to make the woman feel safe. You know, most guys are gentlemen, they're nice and all of that. But like safety isn't at the forefront of most men when they think about sex. They're just thinking, I hope she likes me. Maybe I hope I like her. I hope I do a good job. What bar should I take her to? I hope I can get laid. But they're not thinking like, how is she feeling? Is she worried about being a slut? Is she worried what her friends will think? Like, is she worried that I'm bigger than her? Because the guy knows that he's safe. He's like, I'm a nice person. She doesn't fucking know that though. And so like, it's just all this stuff that I think the average guy doesn't think about. And it's just, he doesn't know. Like he would think about it if someone told him. And I guess that's what we're doing here. But like, I guess on that note, like how much is safety or being listened to a turn on? Like, how would you phrase that? Like, if a guy just takes care of you on the first date or the second date,
yeah,
like he's just nice to you.
Yeah, it's the entirety of the difference.
Yeah, I think there's this big fucking thing that people say. I know I interrupted you, but whatever. It's my podcast, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks. I appreciate
Take the lead.
That. Don't tell me to take the lead. That's called topping from the bottom. What are you doing?
I don't
know. No, here's what else. No, I fucking forgot what I was going to say now. Whatever, you go.
Oh, shit.
Don't tell me you forgot your shit too. This is why you don't interrupt.
But so, as an example, again, I like using examples to describe things. So, my first date with Spanish guy, I was super nervous, right? You remember how nervous I fucking was.
Yeah, I made you pep talks before you went on the
Yeah, I listened to it like on the way to his,
recorded you fucking pep talks, yeah.
Yeah, and so I hop in his car. We drive to go on our date, whatever. He stops at the gas station. He's like, how are you feeling? How are you? And I was like, I'm really nervous. And he's like, yeah, but it's me. Like, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, we've been chatting and stuff for 2 weeks. And like, yeah, you've been super nice and stuff, but I still don't know you. And throughout the course of the night, you know, we talked for hours and hours and hours and hours and like held hands and we had a kiss. And then we were driving home and he was like, look, I don't want to like, it's not because I want to have sex with you, but I want to invite you in. I'm having a really good time. I really like the vibe. You're welcome to sleep over, have a shower, and like, but completely understand if you don't want to. And I already knew that if he'd ask, I was like, fuck yeah. Because I'd left my van at his place so that he didn't like drop me off elsewhere. Yeah, like my van was there. So I was like, if it goes well, I can stay.
Yeah.
And like the way the day went. Yeah, exactly. And like, he was really open and upfront. Versus I went to the bar in Cairns and I bumped into this guy that I know. Like, and a lot of my friends were kind of like, be careful because all of this stuff with his ex. And I was like, yeah, well, you know, like, you know how things go in relationships and like people get bad talked and rah-rah. And I'm like, I'll keep that in mind, but also I'll make my own opinion on this guy, you know? So he came over and he was like, hey, like, come talk to me. And I was like, okay. So I turn around, I put my drink on the thing and I was like, hey. And he goes, hey. So you wanted to talk? Yeah. And I was like, okay. Anyway, so we like chilled together for most of the night, danced a little bit, and he like touched me in parts I didn't want to be touched, moved his hand away, you know, like the whole gist of things.
Yeah.
And he asked me about boundaries and he asked me to teach him boundaries and we had a big chat about that and stuff like this. And I was like, cool, because like I'm happy to have a chat with you. All my friends had gone by this point. The music was shit. So I was like, have a chat with this guy. Didn't really feel too connected with him. Didn't really feel like super safe. Had to explain to him quite a few times, like, don't touch me in these places.
That's why I say it all the time in my fucking content. I'm like, just ask. If you want to kiss someone, just say, can I fucking kiss you?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And he asked me to go home with him. And I said, well, what would we do there? And he's like, oh, you know, smoke a joint, have some cuddles, go to sleep. I didn't believe him. I straight up didn't believe him.
That's why I tell guys, just tell the fucking truth. If you want to have sex, just say, well, I want to have sex with you. What do you want to do? If you don't want to have sex, we can talk about that. Yeah. And
he asked me several times. And I kind of wanted to. I wanted him to make me feel safe. I wanted to like have a reason to go home with him. But I was like, no, it's just no. And he still kept asking after I said no. And I'm like, dude, straight up.
Yeah.
Go home.
on the flip side of that, like that is such a common thing. Like, but let's talk about the flip side of that. Like a guy actually listening to your nose, is that a turn on for you? Like listening to your boundaries, you know what I mean? If you say, hey, I'm not comfortable, or just hit the camera. If you say, hey, I'm not comfortable, we have to move now because I bumped the camera.
Okay. Well, this way?
Yeah. If you say, I'm not comfortable,
Yeah.
and a guy listens, like, is that cool, or is that like one step further, like an actual turn on?
Mm-hmm. So with DJX, he's very like straight to sex. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, he's really not going to take it well. That like, bro had the condom on already. You know what I mean? And I was like, you
just go to his house and he just underpants come off and there's a condom already engaged.
Like after hanging out and talking and all the things and stuff.
He has to take it off to pee, put a new one on.
Ew.
What? A man should be prepared, right? I have a condom on all the time.
All the time.
24/7, yeah, just in case. You got to be protected. Girls are always talking about protection.
You're getting infections from that.
Will you? How do you know that?
Sweat and...
You have a shower.
Lack of aeration.
You have a shower. You air it out. You poke holes in the condom to let the air in.
Please tell me you're kidding now.
What do you mean? That's how you use a condom, right? You got to poke holes in it.
Yeah, right in the tip. That's how you get it forever.
Yeah. Anyway, continue the story. Anyway, guys, don't poke holes in the condom.
Don't poke holes in the condom. Please, no.
Imagine if someone's like got a needle right now doing it. They're like, oh, you fucking said to do it. Why?
Yeah. No, don't do it. No, because the aftermath is horrible for her. Like, really. Really.
What, getting someone pregnant? Yeah, I'm definitely not endorsing that.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, continue the story.
So we hung out for a while. We cuddled. We did some things. He put a condom on. And I was like, I really don't want to do that. And I was actually afraid to say to him because, you know, and I was like, oh. And I said, actually, I don't want to have sex. And I took it off. And I said, can we just like do these things? And he was like, oh, yeah, that's okay. And in that moment, I just went, whoosh.
Yeah. That feeling of like safety and someone actually respecting you, because then you know you can trust them, you can open up. Yeah.
And like I say, he's already a person that I do trust. And even then, I'm getting nervous to tell him my boundaries, you know, knowing like I know he's going to respect me for whatever I say. But in that moment was like a little bit of fear and, oh my God.
Do you think that's something a lot of women, like your female friends, do they struggle with, like saying no in the moment? Where it's like you're kind of into a guy and you want to have sex, you're just not sure about right now, so you kind of just go along with it?
I don't know about... My girlfriends are strong fucking women. Yeah, like they're badass bitches. But I'm sure at some point in their lives they would have been in a situation like that, yeah, for sure. And I've been in that situation quite a few times, enough times for me to now be like, don't be that girl anymore. Because I've hurt people. I've hurt a girlfriend in doing that. I've hurt probably some other people along the way. Whether threesome lady, you know?
Yeah. Did we tell that story the last time? I think we did.
I think we briefly mentioned it.
Can I say the really quick cliff notes of it, or do you want to keep it more private?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, basically you had a threesome and in the morning the girl left and the guy fooled around with you and you were like, wait, I don't know if I want to fool around with just you. Are you sure it's okay with your girlfriend? And he was like, it's fine. And then it wasn't fine. Like the girlfriend came home and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was you like, in that moment, I guess, did you feel like, I don't really want to do this, but like, I don't know how to say no? Was that kind of the feeling? So what happened, like, because I didn't actually say that. I didn't actually say much because I was like, oh, she's not here. I didn't say that to him. I was just so fucking nervous and like, you know, hadn't slept and all this stuff. Yeah. And he just kept saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And he's a good friend of mine. So I trusted him. And I was like, if he's saying it's okay, then it is okay. And then it wasn't. And I think all three of us learned a lot from that. Yeah, that's why I say just chill a bit. Like, you don't have to push for sex. I think a lot of guys, and maybe girls do this too, I guess, but I think a lot of guys push for sex because they have this almost like desperation of like, if I don't get it right now, I won't get it at all. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, chill the fuck out. Like, she's probably just going to see you for a second date or a third date. Yeah. And sex will be better on the third date because she trusts you. Yeah. She'll come over in pretty panties, like pussy all shaved, and you guys will go crazy on each other because she trusts you now. Yeah. 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 I think it's that desperation. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss it.
Fuck, I lost it.
Boundaries, saying no, being able to say no, being able to speak up, I guess. Like, yeah, because that can be a challenge. Like, I think a lot of humans struggle to speak up in the moment during sex, like, or during some sort of sexual, like you're making out or something. It's already hard to say, hey, can we pause? I'm not sure how far I want to go. That's already difficult. Yeah. Let alone if you're talking about women like generally speaking, I will say a lot of women struggle with assertiveness and speaking up because you don't want to be a bitch and you don't want to
because
piss them off.
You're not taught to speak it.
Yeah.
Like my sex ed education in high school was like, here's a banana, here's a condom, don't get STIs.
Yeah, right.
And it's not like nothing about boundaries. Never mind if my mom taught me about that. Everything I learned about sex was from my friends. And at 16, 18 years old, what do you know about it? Not much, you know? And I had a really nice sexual experience with the man. I don't think we talked about him the last one. The one who had the...
I know who you mean, but I don't know if we told the audience about who you're talking about,
So we met on Hinge. He has like a fun organic farm. And he's poly, basically.
He has a bunch of like... Or he wants to create a bunch of wives and live like this little Mormon
life.
Community
of sexy people.
Yeah, have like a little bunch of people
like
that
a poly community.
Which I think is cool as shit,
to raise kids together and like, grow food together. Yeah, it's really fucking nice. And yeah, we had a couple dates. And the first date, I ended up crying in his arms in the first 5 minutes because he stared into my soul, like eye gazing full on for like, didn't stop. Really cool. Really intimidating, really cool. And like we fooled around and stuff. And a few times actually he stopped and he was like, how are you feeling? Like, is this okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll tell you if it's not. And with him in that experience, I felt fully comfortable to speak up if so, because we'd had conversations, he'd held me crying, like already all that was like super duper safe for me. But still he checked in. Whereas like with other experiences, you kind of just go into it. You don't
it's
talk
like you're
about
on a roller coaster.
boundaries.
As soon as most people start having sex, the roller coaster is just off, and like you don't get a break until it's all done. Yeah, there's no check-in. There's no chance. That's why, like you and I never ended up having sex. But I did send you like a long voice message before we met because you basically said like, "What does your sex look like, Andy? If we're gonna potentially do BDSM together, what does it look like?" And one of the things I told you is I like to do a lot of breaks and check-ins, and all of you can do the same thing. You just in the middle of sex, you just like stop, you take a break, you have a little cuddle. Like you're still lying there naked, you're still caressing each other. It's still somewhat sexual. You can make out, but you just say, "How are you feeling? How is all of that? Do you want to try something else? What kinky shit do you want to try? Like, did I go down on you the way you like it? Do you want it different? Do you want it harder? Like, how did the positions we did feel? Like." You're literally making the sex better. It's like a little intermission. But I think a lot of people think that that would somehow ruin the magic or something. Right? And it's like, what the fuck? No, you're getting more information so you can then come back for round 2 better. Like, you're literally making round 2 better. But yeah, I think people have this weird fear of like, oh, but I can't talk anytime during sex. Like, we have to just enter character.
Yeah,
and we can't break character. It's like, that doesn't sound...
No, you have to.
Yeah.
No, because the amount of times, okay, I'll be like hooking up with someone new and I'm very, let's call it dick shy. Like, I don't like...
So you're dick shy? Okay, explain this word to me. You see a dick and you get shy?
A little bit. Like,
so
I don't really...
So you're lesbian?
I don't really like touching it the first time. I don't like putting my mouth on it the first time.
Okay.
One, because it's like...
Do you need to have a conversation with it first? Like...
with the man, yeah.
No, with the dick. I mean,
hi, how are you?
Hey, little
but
fella.
Again, depends on the situation. Like with the man, we did all of the things. It was just like 100% go time.
Because you felt comfortable? Okay.
And with other people, it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to touch it yet. I don't know if I'm going to hurt you, or like, you know, if it's circumcised or not. If I do this, is it going to hurt or not?
Wait, what are you doing to penises that you're worried about hurting them?
Some guys... Can I be like descriptive?
Okay, don't just yank the foreskin down if that's what you're going to say.
But I've had some guys where if you do it, like at all, it fucking hurts.
Okay, that's called tight foreskin, like porosis or porosis or whatever it's called, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. So now every time I go to touch one like this, it's like, can I do this? How quickly? How hard?
That's nice, yeah.
And like some guys like it like this, some guys like it like this. And it...
a lot of guys listening, we've had bad hand jobs. I've had my fair share of bad hand jobs. So I'm like, I'll stop. And she's like, what did I do? And it's like, you just fucking started yanking it. Like, you just yanked on this thing. Like, it's sensitive. It's my most sensitive part. Yeah.
And then I've had guys like...
I was going to say, have you had experiences where a guy just like does something fucking crazy on you and you're like, ow, what are you doing? Like, foreplay first.
I'm pretty sure someone made me bleed.
From fingers?
Yeah. From like nails and calluses.
Yeah.
And I looked and I was like, is that the finger that you put? And he was like, no, it's this one.
Just like blood.
I bled a lot, and I
Yeah,
was not on my
yeah,
period. And
yeah.
he was like, what's going on? And I was like, yeah, shit, this isn't normal. Went to the
And
bathroom
he's
and
like got
stuff.
drag queen nails.
Well, yes, it wasn't, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and just really rough.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
quite rough. And I was like, can you just
You just start
tone
out
it
gentle
down?
and slowly ramp it up. Yeah.
Yeah, like dudes, don't just go in there flying, man. You gotta like, and this is the whole thing with foreplay. Like a vagina needs time to like calm the fuck down as well. It needs to trust you. It needs to like you. It needs to relax.
You gotta have a conversation with the vagina. Yeah.
Yeah, and then once it's all relaxed, then you can plow that shit. But like, don't just go in. No.
We've had this conversation before. There are a lot of guys out there that just, and like no shame to them. No one taught them sex
No.
ed. Like, but they'll just shove the dick in immediately.
Yeah.
Like clothes come off, dick's in there within
Yeah.
30 seconds, and it's like, I'm not wet yet. Like,
Yeah. And sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes it takes 4 seconds. Like with Brazil guy, he doesn't even have to do anything. He just looks at me and talks. And
yeah.
so, good man.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess let's talk about a little bit about like cuddles and stuff after sex, which I think is something most people are open to. But there are some exceptions to that. I've met a couple of exceptions. You have too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you feel like that's something that's pretty mandatory for you? Like chilling the fuck out for a little bit of time after sex, like cuddling, rather than just like bang straight in the shower. Hey, you got to leave. I got work in the morning. Or like the other one that I've heard from some women, like the guy will have sex, he'll come, and then he's asleep.
Yeah.
Like 30 seconds later, he's rolled over asleep, and she's like, oh,
Yeah.
like how does that feel?
I actually spoke to some of my girlfriends about this because this happened to me recently. And my body was literally quivering, right?
'Cause you're like coming down from that high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like still with the possibility to come, really. And I'm just like, and he's looking at me like, yeah, you're in heaven, aren't you? And I'm like, well, I literally was like, please just hold me. Like, I need like a body to like, just calm down. And I really wanted to cry.
Yeah.
I really I just cuddled myself in a little ball and I literally just felt abandoned. And it was so weird because like, fuck, I'm a grown ass woman. I know this person. We've had sex before and like he's done that quite a few times, like go wash or whatever. But this one was just like, I felt used.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what my girlfriend said as well. They're like, like when you have a good fucking session and like, and then you're just gone, you literally you've just used me as a piece of meat.
Yeah.
And it's not that, so with him, he said, I felt like you wanted more from me. And I can't give you that. Like, I don't want to be your boyfriend. I don't want a relationship. And I'm like, it's not that I want you to be my boyfriend, but like, I do want you to like emotionally support my little body after
like
you rail
after
me.
Sex. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so obviously intimate. Like you're naked. You're in my body. You are physically inside of my like temple. And you kind of want that to be taken care of properly.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that like it doesn't quite feel like that for guys. Like what I mean is like for guys, sex is not like someone inside you. I mean, it can be depending on the type of sex you have, but like most guys having penetrative sex with a vagina, it's something they don't necessarily think about with a woman.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm inside her. I'm like, this is like not the word that I want to use, but I'm going to use it. It can feel violating if there's not like some emotional connection there or some sort of cuddles afterwards or like, hey, how'd that feel? Are you good? Like,
and even during.
Yeah.
Like if sex is literally, and I've had sex like this where like you're in doggy style or something and like you're not touching other than penis in the vagina, or you're missionary and he's like up on top of you like this. He's not kissing you. He's just looking at you or not looking at you even and just banging you. And it's just like, I'm
not being connected right now.
Yeah, like the kissing, the touching, caressing, like even like pulling my hair and stuff like this. Like that feels more safe.
Yeah.
Than just
going at it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing with sex for me, and I think a lot of people in general, is that connection. Like that's the most intimate time you will ever have with someone.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that think hookup culture. I mean, do whatever you want, but a lot of people with hookup culture literally just hook up and like fuck, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And I get that question sometimes where people are like, oh, I'm seeing this, or I want to see people casually, but like, how do I not get feelings? And how do I like
Yeah.
keep my boundaries? And it's like, I would never tell you to have sex where you don't get any fucking feelings. Like, that's called being a psychopath. Like, that's the right. Like, I'm not going to have feelings for the people that I connect with on a
Yeah.
vulnerable, like, you're playing with dynamite at that point.
Yeah.
Like, either you or them are going to feel used. And I think there's a lot of people that feel like that with casual sex.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm just going to fuck this person. I don't want to give them a great experience. I don't really care if they come. I don't really care if they're better off afterwards. And it's like, I would never recommend that.
Mm-hmm.
But that can happen in relationships too, like I said. Like one of the girls I'm seeing right now, Nisha, you know Nisha. She said with one of her partners after sex, he would come and then he would just fall asleep. And she said quite a few times I would cry afterwards. And I didn't know why I was crying because it's my boyfriend. Like we've been dating for like a year or whatever. Like, but I would feel weird and I would feel like violated and used. And like, I don't want to feel like that about my partner, but like, it felt like he just used me as a fucking cum rag or something, like a cum sock, and just I'm the vessel for his cum, and then it's all done. Like I felt like he jerked off in me, basically, and not in a hot, fun fantasy way, because he wasn't playing it up and being like, "Oh, this is so hot." Then it would have been fun. We're doing it together. But yeah, it was very much like I just got used, and I've been told that by quite a few women. Did I tell you about the story when I met a woman and the reverse happened?
Yeah, but say it again.
That was weird. So I met this girl and it was casual, like cool, great. We had sex, it was wonderful, and then like literally the second I came, like within 10 seconds of me coming, like I'm laying there, I'm going, like catching my breath, and she jumps off and sits up, like on her knees, sits upright in the bed, really seriously, looks me dead in the eyes, and she goes, "Don't expect any cuddles from me. Like, don't think that just because we had sex, like I'm gonna cuddle you or anything." And I was like,
Whoa.
"Bitch, I just came. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not like we've laid here and cuddled, and like you're like, oh, I'm done with the cuddles now." And she was like, "And in fact, I'm gonna leave in a second." And I was like, that was about the only time in my life that I was like, I just got used. And like that's just my story about it. Fine, whatever. But it felt like that. I was like, holy shit, I feel used. I feel weird. Is this what? And then I thought, is this what it feels like for women if a guy just like fucks them and then it's like, I'm leaving? So yeah, it was a very interesting experience. That was the only time I've ever had someone, like I've had a few other people that weren't super affectionate, and I usually screen them out. Like that's just not my cup of tea. Fair enough for them, like don't judge people, but yeah, that was one of the times of like I don't do cuddles and like don't expect a hug from me. And
Well, that's the thing that was weird because with this person, like we've cuddled heaps before.
Yeah.
And the reason I thought he was leaving right after sex was to clean up.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Oh, I need to clean up." Like, and I was like, cool, that's cool. But then that time specifically, he was done cleaning up and he was like, "No, I just need to go to bed. I need to go to work."
Some people put like a really hard boundary with casual sex. They're like, I can't cuddle.
Yeah. And it was just, it really threw me off. It really, really threw me off. Because previously we had done. Like you come back, we have a cuddle, kiss goodbye in the morning, whatever.
People get funny, man, when they have feelings or when they start to like you, like in casual. Like some people just don't know what to do about it, and all the communication in the world, and you've had pretty good communication.
Yeah.
But sometimes all the communication in the world doesn't do anything if the other person doesn't want to talk back.
Yeah.
And so I say this to some of my male clients sometimes too. Like sometimes you just meet a woman or a guy that just doesn't want honesty, just doesn't want communication, or they do a little bit, but they pull back. Like they're just not looking for the same thing as you. And that is like one of the parts of dating in general, I guess, but dating casually as well is like sometimes everything is great, and then at some point it's just no longer great because the other person gets feelings, they pull away, they get weird about it. And as much as I do that, like you can just talk about feelings, but a lot of people do not think like that. They're like, if I get feelings, the world is going to fall down. I'm going to turn into a pussy. I'm going to stop hanging out with my friends, and I'm going to be a doormat, and I can't have that. And oh my God. And like they avoid feelings as if they're like a nuclear bomb that they have to stay away from. And I think that's pretty common in general, but especially with casual.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like avoidant, call it whatever you want. Avoidant.
Yeah.
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 So guys, you can just talk about feelings. Nothing bad happens if you get feelings. You can just be like, I have feelings. Like I have feelings.
Any kind of feelings.
Yeah, bad.
Like
good,
if you're nervous, if you're scared, if you're feeling attached, if you're feeling in love, if you're like,
if you're horny, that's another one. Like everything that we just said there, what we were saying before about like respecting boundaries and stuff. In situations, like one of the girls I'm saying, she wants to be anonymous, so M, you know who I'm talking about, girl that starts with M. There was one time she came over and she didn't want to have sex because she was on her period. And I was like, cool. and we'd already made out a little bit. And she was like, I really don't want to. I was like, cool, like we won't. But then I still respected my body and myself. I was fucking horny.
Yeah.
I was ridiculously horny, and we had planned for her to come over, and like I thought we were gonna have sex. And so we're on the couch, and I was like, listen, I'm unbelievably insanely horny right now, and like, would you like to either leave the house and we go for a walk and then I'll calm down? Or can we go in the shower and have sex? And like, I don't care if you're on your period, like if that's something you're comfortable with, or we can lay down a towel, or you could give me a hand job or a blow job, or I can just jerk myself off, or we can just go like you go home. And like, right?
All the options.
But I'm not going to pick the option where I just neglect myself, if that makes sense. And I just go like, what I want and my desires don't matter because, you know, so I said all of that. And she found that hot, and she gave me like one of the best blowjobs of my entire fucking life. And so like, you can still respect yourself as much as the other person, and then vice versa too. Like if a woman's really fucking, I'm thinking of you and like stuff you've messaged me when you're like, I'm with this guy right now, and he doesn't.
Sit on your face now.
Yeah, you're like, I'm with this guy right now. He doesn't want to have sex right now. He just wants to talk, and I'm just so horny. Can I sit on his face?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you gotta respect his boundaries.
I know. And that's it. He wanted so much talking. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into it anymore.
So it goes in reverse. Like women can get blue balls as well.
Yeah, dude. Oh my
blue
God.
Flaps, blue lips.
Yeah. Because we'd had the conversation as well. It's like, as soon as you walk through that door, can we just like fuck the shit out of each other for 20 minutes?
You had that conversation with him?
Yep.
Yeah. So you planned it.
Because we hadn't seen each other for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And he was like, yep. And it didn't happen that way. And I was dying. And I kept like going up to him and like just touching him and touching his abs. Like, it's so hot, right? And he's like, no, I need to shower. Like, once I've showered, you're all good. And I'm like, sick. Okay, like, go. Like,
have
run.
a quick shower. Come on, you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Come on.
And then he comes out of the shower, and he's still just, like, wafting around and talking and stuff. And I'm, like, touching him. And he's like, oh, you're really touchy, aren't you? And I'm like, yes, I want to fuck your brains out now, please.
Yeah. Blue balls, yeah.
Yeah, that happens. But actually, it's interesting that you mentioned period sex, because I was going to text you, like, can we talk about this also? Because it's been a bit of a theme recently. So a girlfriend of mine, she's seeing someone new. They've been seeing each other maybe a couple months now. And all week I was in Kansas, and she's like, I'm so horny. And I'm like, just go fuck him. And she's like, but I'm on my period. And I was like, and she's like, well, I told him I was on my period. And he just kind of took it as like, don't touch me.
That's what a lot of guys think. I did a video recently, like 2 weeks ago, like, can you have sex with a woman on her period? And I was like, yeah, if you talk about it.
Talk about it. Put a towel down, do the shower thing, whatever.
Blowjobs, hand jobs. You can still play with that clit. Like, the clit isn't bleeding.
Yeah, right? Just like wash it up. No. Yeah. Oh, good. And it took her, I think she messaged me a couple days ago, and she's like, we had sex. We had sex in the shower. And I'm like, good. But because I was trying to coax her to like talk to him about it, because they're pretty like fresh and new with the communication stuff and things. But I do also have to text the guy I'm seeing tonight that I'm on my period, because I think he's going to be expecting, because Brazil guy, we haven't like fully had sex, and I was really excited, and now I'm bleeding, and it's like,
yeah, but page, I think it's like page 137 of the Bible says you can just stick it in the butt.
Oh yeah, I mean, that is a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not feeling like I want to sit on anybody's face today. You know what I mean? It's just not that mood today, unfortunately, for him.
Fair. Yeah, but that's one of those things where it's like, people have a lot of assumptions with sex, and like that you can't talk about this stuff. Like, a lot of guys get very weird about periods. And then, to be fair, a lot of women get weird about period too, because they're weird that the guy will be weird.
Yeah. Well, I get weird that the guy's going to get weird.
Yeah.
But then I just say it. It's like, oh, I'm on my bleed.
I'm on my special time of the month. Like, the number of different ways women have said it to me. Yeah.
My auntie Flo is here.
Aunt Flo came to town.
Yeah.
First time I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? What do I give a shit that your auntie's here?
Yeah. Oh my.
But yeah, so you can talk about everything.
Yeah, just talk about it.
Anything else we want to talk about in this episode? We talked for 40 minutes. We had such a killer start to this episode.
Yeah, we
too,
did.
with my friend.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What do we want to talk about? I feel like there was something else.
We talked about all my notes.
Yep.
That's everything I wrote.
Sex.
We talked about that.
Sex.
Go on then.
Sex.
Can't keep saying that.
Ooh, that's a good angle.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a fun
All
angle.
right, well, fuck. I appreciate you coming on.
This always a good time. Yeah.
It's wild 2 episodes. I'll give an
Right?
update.
I'm really excited for the next update, actually.
Yeah, I want to know what happens with you and my friends. I'll wingman both of you. I'm going to tell you both how you're both are wonderful people. Yeah, and as long as I can come to your wedding.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh,
Cheers.
I could stay in Australia forever.
Oh, actually, he would probably marry you of all the people that
Really?
yep. If you
Is
were
he looking
fucking
for marriage, though? We can just have that
if
conversation.
you were hardcore into self-improvement and willing to like build your crystal business, yeah.
Are you saying I'm not achieved as a human right
No, no,
now?
no. I'm saying he likes to mentor people, same as me, people that he dates. So anyway, we're getting way ahead.
Okay,
We're
this
already
is
talking
gonna
about
be
marriage.
really interesting.
Yeah, I just want to know what you guys are going to name your kids.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my question.
Jesus.
And can I be the what's it called? Godfather? Godparent? What's it called?
Godfather.
Yeah, that's a movie.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
The God Daddy.
All right, let's end this before it goes completely off the rails. Thank you for coming on. See everybody.
Bye.